Good morning, and thank you all for coming today. Today with me I have the Director of the Department of National Drug Control, Joanne Dean, and Dr. Carla Rayner with me. And I want to make a statement on the International Technical Assistance Collaboration. I'm very pleased to inform you of a new international collaboration between the Department of National Drug Control and the Organization of American States through the Inter-American Drug Abuse Control Commission, or CICADOAS. Don't ask me to repeat that. Dr. Carla Rayner, the Senior Research Officer and Policy Analyst within the Department of National Drug Control, was invited by Trinidad and Tobago's National Drug Information System to facilitate a meeting of its members on February 4th, 2013. Her participation at the meeting was arranged and funded by the Inter-American Drug Abuse Control Commission of the Organization of American States. Their choice of Dr. Rayner was exclusively on the merit of the progress that has been made over the years in coordinating a vibrant and exemplary drug information network here in Bermuda, and whose members have contributed greatly to regionally recognized outputs. As the facilitator, she was asked to deliver a presentation on the Bermuda Drug Information Network, commonly known as BERDIN, as a model of best practice for Caribbean countries, given the advances that Bermuda has made with National Drug Information Network since its establishment a few years ago. Further, Dr. Rayner moderated a session on marijuana policy reform, particularly decriminalization and legalization perspectives. The legal and social consequences of changes to current laws was assessed, and a dialogue on international treaties, specifically the United Nations Single Convention on Narcotic Drugs, and country-level implications of violating the convention, was debated at great length. In addition, she led and mediated working groups discussing data management issues, drug-related indicators, and annual reports. She also met with the technical committee of the country's drug information system to discuss the challenges that Bermuda encountered in establishing its data collection system and how data collection is undertaken within our country. Dr. Rayner used this country to offer possible solutions to establishing and sustaining data collection, which has been practiced in coordinating the burden. The Inter-American Drug Abuse Control Commission has mentioned the possibility of additional horizontal cooperation of this nature on its behalf to assist a few of the more advanced countries within the Caribbean and the Americas to progress to the next level, as Bermuda is in a position to do so. The Department of National Drug Control and the Ministry of National Security is very pleased of Dr. Rayner's participation at this country's Drug Information System meeting and how well she has represented the Bermuda Drug Information Network and the Department of National Drug Control. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Rayner and to encourage you to continue your excellent work in forging regional and international relationships, which are very important to the people of Bermuda. I would also like to thank the Director, Joanne Dean, for the excellent work that the Department is doing as we tackle the issues of legal and illegal drugs here and outside our boundaries. It's an important part of how we can make our society a better place. So having said that, I'm happy to take any questions on this statement. I have to say Dr. Rayner came out of being unwell to be here today, so I thank her for that. But I can say that on behalf of Dr. Rayner, who's struggling to get back on her feet, and the director, you'll hear more about not only this initiative, but other initiatives as we move forward. Obviously, there's a great deal of discussion in our community at the present time. So the experience that I have surrounding me here at the Department of National Drug Control is going to be important as we look at potential policy changes in Bermuda. So this type of collaboration not only puts us in good position in Bermuda, but throughout the rest of the region and the world to bring the best policy changes to Bermuda if we make those changes. Anything you want to add? Oh, you're warmed up now.
Will Dr. Rayner's, or how will Dr. Rayner's expertise be used in this going forward with the collaborative marijuana thing? I'm sorry, I don't have the correct title. But will she be used?
The CRC.
Will she be used as a wealth of resource for that committee, or does she sit on the committee?
Most definitely a wealth of resource. The current position is the CRC was formed by an approach to myself as a Minister for National Security amongst individuals who wanted to play a part in the process. And we allowed them to go do their research. They will present a paper to us in about a month's time. And once that paper is presented, then the Department of National Drug Control will work with the ministry to put forward a position paper to be considered by Cabinet and by the legislature on the whole subject itself and potential changes as we move forward. So obviously, these are the experts that we will be calling on to put that paper together.